Today I'll be attempting to beat FIFA 23 without going to sleep. To beat FIFA I must go from Division 10 all the way to Division 1. This is going to be brutal, but I'm up for the challenge. We created a brand new account at 9 AM on the 30th of August, and first we had to choose the starter team, and of course we had to go for England. We packed Calvert-Lewin and ended up with a pretty stinky looking team. We then changed the team name and we're going to be called Sleep for the week because sleeping is overrated. I checked if the game had given me any packs and I had 0. Yeah, they didn't want to give me anything. So I restarted, and when I came back I had 3 packs including an 85x10. We opened the 2 free packs and the first one was shocking. Oh no. However, the 85x10 was pretty decent as we packed Tots, Pedri and some other players that we added to the team. We're going to play our first game in Division Rivals. Now if I fail to beat FIFA and fall asleep at any point, I must do an insane forfeit at the end of the video. We jump into the first game and the first thing I saw was lone R9 up top. But as expected, we dominated and put 4 goals past my opponent before he took the easy way out and rage quit. We had completed a bunch of objectives and received a goal pack where I packed Matip, who I actually ended up putting into the team. We sent an 84x10 where we packed Saka and Heung-min Son. Oh, Heung-min Son. We added those to the team, which helped us sail through Division 10, smoking my opponents and then getting into Division 9. So we were now one step closer to Division 1. We had completed a bunch of objectives and claimed some goal packs, which weren't great but meant we could stack the club. I jumped into some more games and the team were playing insane. We kept getting rage quits, which meant we were getting win after win. Within minutes we had beaten 2 opponents and managed to unlock Tots, Jonathan David, who we added to the team. I knew I needed to get through the early divisions quickly as the higher divisions would be more difficult. So I played a couple more games and completed Division 9 without losing. We had completed a bunch of objectives, and for the season objective I took the 84x5. Inside we got 2 shapeshifters and Icon Riquelme, who we put into the team. So the team was now improving, and at this point we were only 2 hours in. I felt good. I wanted to improve the team even more, so I checked the SBCs, but the 84x10 was no longer there. EA had tweeted that the SBC had been removed, so I had to open the 87 plus player pick, and inside we packed Klosterman, which was pretty decent. I decided to open one more 87 plus, but this time I wasn't as lucky. I took Todibo as we needed a new centre back, and now that the team was improved, the Division 8 grind began. We smoked the first guy. I was just scoring goal after goal. In the end we scored 12. This had my confidence through the roof, so I played another and we continued to dominate. I scored 5 goals and my opponent rage quit, leaving us one step closer to Division 7. We completed some more objectives which gave us a nice amount of goal packs. Inside the packs were pretty trash until we packed Tots, Gonzalo Ramos, who is good fodder. We put the fodder into an 87 plus where we packed Trophy Titans icon Rio Ferdinand, who we added to the team. We jumped into another game and we felt invincible. Heung-min Son was doing a job up top. My opponents kept rage quitting, which meant we had breezed through Division 8 without losing the game and found ourselves in Division 7, and we had only been playing for 3 hours. We had now gone up 3 divisions and were in Division 7. I didn't want to send any upgrade packs, so I went to save my fodder for when the 84x10 returned, which proved to be a great idea. So we jumped into another game and Son continued to be the star man. We scored 3 goals and my opponent rage quit. Nobody wanted to play 90 minutes. I played a couple more games and the domination continued. Pedri scored a nice goal after breezing past the defenders, followed by Son, who scored a nice goal to cement the win. That would leave us needing 2 wins to get into Division 6. I didn't want to waste any time, so I carried on grinding Division 7. We won the next game 2-0 and then smoked my opponent, putting 5 goals past him to secure promotion into Division 6. From this point on, things would get a little harder, so it was crucial that we did SBCs to improve the team. We sent another 87 plus, but EA gave us a terrible pack. Luckily, I had completed some objectives and were packed Lukaku and a lone team of the week pack. I knew that if I completed Division 6 in the next hour, then I would be feeling good, as I didn't want to get sleepy before getting into the harder division. We jumped into the first game of Division 6 and within 18 minutes we had forced the rage quit. We went straight into another game and within 3 minutes Saka had put us up 1-0. Jonathan David then breezed past my opponent's defence to score another one, and then Son scored the third. We continued to smoke my opponent, eventually causing him to rage quit. We only needed 3 wins to be promoted to Division 5. In the final game we scored 2 goals, which made my opponent rage quit and got us promoted into Division 5, and we had only been playing for 4 hours. Now this is where things started to get interesting. We had completed a bunch of objectives which gave us packs. We packed Alberto, Schmeichel and Matip. I went to put them into an SBC and noticed the 84x10 had returned. We opened one which was pretty awful, but we got Essien, who we added to the team. We opened another one and got Ronaldo and a bunch of high rated fodder that we could recycle. We jumped into the first game and my opponent's team was looking juiced. but it didn't matter as Ronaldo scored a goal on his debut, and then Messi scored a tap-in which forced my opponent to quit the game. We decided to complete another 84 times 10, which was pretty decent. We packed Smalling, Tonali and Lam. I went into another game and for the first time I went 1-0 down. I kept my head and brought it back to win 3-1 and forced my opponent to rage quit. At this point I was opening 84 times 10 after every game, as it was crucial to pack fodder to upgrade the team, and there were some nice SBC cards available for us to complete. I beat my next opponent 4-0 in 25 minutes and we were very quickly edging our way closer to Division 4. I tried my luck with one more 84 times 10. Cabello walked out, which wasn't great, however behind it was an insane card. We packed Footies Dybala, who was one of the rarer Footies cards. We upgraded the team and added the new players and then jumped into another game. We conceded first after my opponent scored a rebound goal, but then it turned into the Dybala show. We won the game 5-1 with my opponent checking out early and had secured promotion into Division 4. Now that we had gained a good amount of fodder, I completed Nakata as his card looked insane. The guy had 5-star, 5-star. So we added him to the team and I was pretty happy with how the team was looking, considering we'd only been playing for 5.5 hours. We were now in Division 4, so things would start to heat up. We jumped into the first game of Division 4 and it didn't start off too well. We would concede within 2 minutes and then concede again in the 9th minute to a goal from Harry Kane. At this point I was feeling extremely deflated. It felt like no matter what we did, we could not score. We kept our heads and Nakata scored in the 20th minute, with Di Maria scoring shortly afterwards. Son would then score the third goal with a tap-in, and then Dybala would score an outrageous chip to secure the win and force the rage quit. We had completed Love, who looked very decent, so we added him to the team. We opened the goal pack for completing him, but would get McSauce. We sent another 84 times 10 as we needed a better goalkeeper, but packed Brandt and a bunch of outfield players, which meant we had to use Lone Courtois in the net. We did look for a new goalkeeper, but we only had 27,000 coins. 99 Donnarumma sold for 50k, so we went ahead and picked up Gold Alisson. I hopped into another game and Dybala wasted no time and scored within 3 minutes. He would then score again before getting himself a hat-trick and getting us the rage quit. We had completed the Footies Daily Dip objective, which gave us some nice packs. Inside we got 2 trash players, but inside the 75 plus we got Shapeshifter icon Socrates. Oh, and of course the beast Roberto Carlos. I put these players into an 84 times 10 and we got some nice high rated fodder. We then jumped into another game and again we would concede first. We then sent the defender to the shops but would hit the post. We would eventually score and then my opponent would move his keeper for Dybala to score into an open net. Dybala would then score the third and force my opponent to quit the match. So now we were only 2 wins away from Division 3, so I kept on playing. We ended up beating my opponent 1-0, which made him quit the game very early. We completed a bunch of objectives and had a lot of packs which was needed, as I wanted to complete Coverstar's icon Casillas. Inside the cards were trash, except Tadic, who we could use for upgrade packs. I ended up completing him and added him to the team, ready to jump into the final game of Division 4. We were playing insane. We put 4 goals past my opponent, making him check out early, which meant we were promoted to Division 3. My reaction sums up how I was feeling at this point. Lads, my eyes are burning, we've hit Div 3 and it tastes like promotion. Let's go. My eyes are in so much pain, boys, honestly. So I took a few hours break and headed for some food and coffee to wake myself up. When I returned, we had some Footies Daily Dip objectives to open. We packed Tots, Archon and Otamendi, which we recycled back into an 84 times 10. We packed Smalling, a 95 rated Rijkaard, who we would use as fodder for future upgrade. So we were ready to begin the Division 3 grind when I noticed I only had 6 hours to beat FIFA before the season reset. This was not good. We dominated the first 20 minutes but could not score until Son put the ball into the back of the net. My opponent would rage quit, saving us time and giving us the first win in Division 3. We decided to send another 84 times 10 and would pack Fofana and the GOAT Harry Maguire. We knew we needed to strengthen the squad, so we completed Mudrik's Footies card. Whilst completing him, we packed Shapeshifter Frankowski, who was tradable and sold for only 14k coin. We added Mudryk to the team. We headed into another game and went 1-0 down, but Mudryk on his debut equalised. My opponent would then score the dodgiest goal with Nakata, leaving me questioning how much longer we could tolerate this game. Frankowski scored a great goal straight away, making it 2-2, and then Son would break through to score an awful goal to put us in the lead. We managed to win 3-2 and we were definitely feeling the pain at this point. That was literally the hardest game we've played. Like, that guy was playing like it's the start of September. That was just mind-blowing.
I'm too tired for this, man.
We breezed through the next game 4-1, but in the final game we would concede first to a goal from Vinny Jr., who would then score again to put us 2-0 down. Mudryk would then respond and then Saka would equalise shortly after. My opponent would then commit a crime in the box and give us a penalty where Nakata would bury it to put us up 3-2. We scored again to go up 4-2, which made my opponent rage quit, which promoted us into Division 2 and one step closer to Division 1. So we headed into the first game of Division 2 and the teams we were matching were insane. This guy had Tots Mbappe, Ronaldinho and Virgil van Dijk. That's mad. We conceded first with Haaland assisting a very cheeky goal for Henry. My opponent would then apply the pressure some more and nearly score again, but Casillas would stop the sweaty goal. Dybala would equalise for us and then we would get fouled off the ball and receive a penalty for the chance to go ahead in the match. Nakata would bury the pen and put us up 2-1. We continued to score and ended up putting 5 goals past my opponent, which got us our first win in Division 2. I was running low on energy, so I headed into another game. Mudryk was proved to be a great signing and score in the 21st minute, but my team would fall asleep and my opponent would equalise with Mbappe. We would then absolutely smoke the defender and score an insane skill goal with Dybala, and then we would score once more to win the game 3-1 and force my opponent to rage quit. So now we were getting much closer to Division 1. However, the next game would be a test. We would go up 1-0, but then my opponent would score 2 goals almost instantly. His second goal was pretty insane. We would then go 3-1 down, which made me worry that we might lose our first game. Dybala would then score an insane goal and then Mudryk would score to bring the game back level. Mudryk would then send the defender for a hot dog and put us ahead in the match. He would then score again to put us up 5-3 and cement the win. The next couple of games would test us. We went 1-0 up before my opponent would equalise with Samuel Eto'o, but then we would score in the 90th minute to secure the win, and at this point we were filled with emotion. Come on! Come on! We would then beat the next opponent 2-0 and force the rage quit, leaving us with only 2 wins needed to secure Division 1. We jumped into the penultimate game and we were playing a bit nervously. Shoot! We ended up going 1-0 down and we were really feeling the pressure at this point. Luckily we bounced back straight away and scored with Goetze to equalise and keep the Division 1 dream alive. We would score again and my opponent would rage quit, leaving us with 1 win to complete the challenge. The time had come and the team were ready to jump into the final game. Within 3 minutes we had scored and gone up 1-0. Dybala would then score the second, leaving us in a great position in the match. Dybala would then toy with the defender before slotting home the third and getting the rage quit. We done it, lads, we done it. Division 10 to Division 1, no sleep. The time is currently 4:30 AM.